Hey Hebrew fans, this is Todd. So, while I was shopping today at Target, as you guys know, I got that Battle Cat. Rah. And they also had Buzzsaw Hordak. And I also got the cool Skeletor that I'll be opening up some other time in the near future. So, let me go ahead and grab some of my Origin stuff so we can compare this Buzzsaw Hordak. Let's see. I must already have them sitting out on my table somewhere. See, that's the problem with not cleaning up. I got messes everywhere. I know I need to get in here and get cleaning. All right. So let me see if I can find. There he is. There we go. There is the regular Hordak to compare him to. Alright, my sound's working, so let's go ahead and dive in. So, first thing off the bat, let's look at the back of the box. And this is kind of cool. It actually shows Castle Grayskull on the back here. And we see our battle armor figures. And then, new for 2021, the Evil Horde Buzzsaw Hordak. And it shows the Wind Raider. How cool is that? Click Buzzsaw into place. Push down a lever and back. Launch Buzzsaw at enemies. That's going to be kind of fun to try. And look at the He-Man they're showing there. Flying Fist He-Man. Are we actually going to get Flying Fist He-Man soon? And, oh, look what's in the back there. What is that? That would be so cool to get the Manosaur. I really hope we get that. Hey, Tim Dog. Thanks for joining us. Tim Dog number 9. All right, and includes a comic. Hooray. All right. Just think about it. If you're fighting a Hordak and you're used to his tactics and all of a sudden this buzzsaw comes flying out at you, that would be quite the surprise. Now, it does show 2 coming out in the picture, and it does have 2 in here. So I'm wondering, is his chest going to hold 2 or just 1 at a time? And then, of course, we have the creepy Hordak smile face, too. So we'll be taking a look at that as well. Yep, dinner was good, Jeff. Thanks, I appreciate that. I actually got out there while it was still hot, so that was cool. My wife made biscuits with turkey patties, and they are really good when she makes them. All right, so he does have a closed fist, or a closed hand. Not closed completely, but so he can hold stuff in his left hand. That is a huge bonus. And the nice part is, it doesn't look much different aesthetically from this one. Like we saw with the other Buzzsaw Hordak that came with Classics, he was quite a bit different. All right, let's go ahead and bust this thing open. I'm going to lose the hand already. Let's get the comic out of there. Ooh, Mosquito. Look at that. And, of course, his directions on how he comes apart. And it looks like he comes apart like all the other figures, which means his arms come off, which I was afraid they would not come off. I thought it'd be like our battle armor where they were stuck on there. But, I mean, it doesn't matter. We already have Hordak arms. But you could make a really cool customized Skeletor out of him, too. So there we go. Let's go ahead and keep opening this. Oh, wait, the comic. The comic! And we see some... Ooh, look at that. Father! Rawr! Say goodbye, Hordak. My hand. Wow, that would stink. You have the buzzsaw with your hand. I would imagine your hand would then be gone. Then my friend Brian would say you have to do a Luke Skywalker thing and reattach the hand with the robotic one. They are really pushing that Castle Grayskull. Ta-da, even the back of the comic. All right, let's continue opening this. And then I'll look at your guys' comments in a moment. Oh, there he is. Now, I don't know why they didn't just make him blue. You know, I know the one we get for PowerCon is blue, which I didn't get that one. But you'd think if they'd take the time to make a second Hordak, they'd just go ahead and make him an alternate blue, right? All right, I am running low on rubber bands, so I'm going to save this one. Because who knows, I might need it sooner than later. me pull that off there. And let me stick it in my pile of rubber bands over here. Now, for those that have watched my videos for a long time, you know whenever a figure has a cape, I always cut the plastic so I don't destroy the cape. So let's just go ahead and do that now. There we go. I'll just cut this rubber band. I already got one from him. Already harvested the first rubber band. Let's go ahead and try to get that cape out of there without damaging it. Hey, look at that. Oh, this room is a disaster. Now, one thing it is cool is I'm glad they still made these arms removable. Now, like we've seen before, these elbow joints are so much better on these newer figures. And so are the knee joints here. So they don't have the same problem of getting stuck like we've seen at the other ones. I haven't seen that lately yet with these newer figures. So that's cool. Let's see if his arms do come off. They do. Hooray. All right. So, quick breakdown. Ankle articulation, boot cut. Well, that's really loose, both of those. Knee, upper leg, the waist, and it comes apart. And his head, of course, should come off because we have, ooh, that did not sound good. As we have the lame smiling head. That's weird. Even his nose is kind of shaped different. It's the upper lip right here. That's what it is. Look at the upper lip. That's so strange looking. All right. All right. And then, of course, we got the hand. Let's go swap that out now. Look, he's the Fonz. Hey, what's happening? Anyway, so, of course, some of you guys probably don't know who the Fonz is. Sorry about that. You're like, the Fonz? Who's he talking about? It was this show from Happy Days that those who remember. All right, let's go ahead and load up those pieces. And it looks like just one at a time fits in there. And it looks like it's not spring loaded, but actually looks like it has a lever that pushes it out. So let's see if we can find out where that lever is. I'm guessing it's this cape itself. Let's check it out. Ooh. Nope. All right. Why'd I toss the directions already? And push the lever down on his back, and it does show the cape right there. So maybe I'm just not pushing hard enough. Henry Winkler. Yes, Jeff knows. Yes, we are old. Okay, let's try this again. Maybe it has to be open first. Maybe you got to open his chest first. Ah, I did not seat it all the way in back. Tricky, tricky. Here we go. Okay. I'm guessing the chest has to be open first for it to get some distance on here. Holy cow. That is quite the safety hazard if I've ever seen one. Oh. Well, I am definitely going to have to do some slow motion footage with that and do some distance checks with my tape measure just to see how far that goes. But that was pretty phenomenal. All right. Let's get Flea Man over here. Flea Man and the monsters of the universe. Hordak, you're unarmed. Give up now. No, He-Man. I have one more trick up my belly. Oh, I missed. Let's try again. Let's get closer so I don't miss this time. Oh. And down goes He-Man. He was sliced open by a giant buzzsaw. And he also comes with his white crossbow. So there we go. And let's see if this one works better than the one we saw with the other Hordak. Oh. There we go. All right. So this is actually a lot more fun than the other Hordak. I mean, I'm not a Hordak fan, as you guys know. I think he's just kind of a, you know, the replacement of Skeletor, especially with the blue skin, which this one's gray, so it's not blue. But, wow, his feet look weird. Do we have that with this one here? Well, you know what? This guy's lower half is actually better than his lower half. So we'll just swap that right now. There we go. No more loose bottom half. You get the leftover pieces. There we go. Much better. Now he's not falling down so much. All right, let's take a look at your guys' questions. I love the battles between Hordak and Skeletor in the Filmation series. Yes. You're not a Mechanic fan either. I don't know. If you've seen my website, you know how I feel about Mechanic. He's the guy who gets captured first and He-Man has to save. He's the damsel in distress in my storylines. I love the early Happy Days in film version in the first 2 seasons before they changed the format. Yes. It does work great. Right? I already lost one of them somewhere. There's one bounced off the floor. The other one's stuck behind my dresser over there. Ah, yes, you have to have the chest piece open. I don't know why. Why didn't they make it so this was like a little bit spring-loaded? Just a little bit. So when you start to press it down, this pops open first, and then it launches. That would have been a cool feature. Just have a little piece right here under his chin or something that holds it in place, spring-loaded, so it goes pa-ching, pa-chonk. And that would have been really cool. More of a surprise than, hold on. Let me pull this down. It's like, oh, you got a buzzsaw in there. I mean, it kind of gives it away. But if it would have been, you know, as you push, fling, then you continue pushing, flap, that'd have been awesome. I guess it'd be flap, fling. You guys get the idea. All right, so on to Battle Cat. They should had Man-at-Arms Deluxe long before Hordak or Clamp. Yes, that would have been cool. Well, it's weird. His headpiece does go over a little bit, but they have it kind of cut out. So you're right. It would catch just a little bit right here if you put his head down. So you have to put his head up a little bit. But I think if it had enough spring pressure there, it would just force his chin out of the way. So, twop. Of course, I could imagine, though, that little piece that holds it inside here would eventually break. That little piece, and it always just fling open all the time. Then kids would have to tape them shut all the time. So I guess it's probably better the way it is, even though I would really like to have it fling open instead. I might buy a second one and sand down these pieces that click in right here. So that way then it can fling open from the power of the buzzsaw. Make this super loose. Maybe even take in a find a way to make this so it flaps easier. So it almost falls from gravity. So it doesn't take much to open it at all. I should try that. I should try to not close it all the way. Okay, let's try this again. This time I'm not going to snap it all the way shut. Come here, you man. Walk away. That way you can shoot you in the back, because Hordak's that kind of guy. Let's try this out. Oh, nope. Just the friction of the hinge stops the blade. Oh well. He-Man was saved by the flap of his shirt. Anyway. Hey, Reviews on Collectibles. Thanks for joining us. Yes, and of course you guys know when they make that arm cannon, this is coming off, and I'm making one Hordak that has it all, just like I did with my Classics version, because that makes more sense. The nice part is you can store this inside of here without latching it in. So you don't have to worry about having it latched in and eventually breaking the mechanism. You can just put it in there loosely, and then later on push it in when you're ready to launch. So that's cool. And I'm glad it came with two, because I've already lost one of them. Or we saw with the Classics, we only had one, and that was it. All right, on to Battle Cat. So here is my new Battle Cat. Yes, I've already yanked the head off. And to get it off, just like we had to do with Origins, I literally had to snap it in half. I'm not going to take it apart again. You guys get the idea. And it has the same kind of connection we saw. Oh, actually, I got one right here. So it has the same type of connection that we saw in the other one. And it's a little bit different size, it looks like. You know what? Maybe it's not. I can use the same. I can use the same object I created last time to make the awesome. So when I make my new head to go on there eventually. Now the new head's not going to be for a while. Just as a heads up, I'm going to be first making a new helmet. So my goal is to scan this head in the best I can. Of course, I'll have to seal up some of these spots. There's my screwdriver was trying to pull it apart. I made a little bit of damage on there, so I'll have to fix that. And then I will scan this helmet in, make this bigger, whoop, and then do an inverse of this inside there so it can fit, because this is so close. Just his ears are sticking out. It's got to be a little bigger, and then it will work, and that'll be so cool to make a helmet that actually fits on there that looks like this style. Now, I'm not too worried about the saddle. I think the saddle's fine the way it is. It's just this helmet. You know what I'm guessing? Look how elongated this head is here. I'm thinking when they made this, they realized that it wasn't, oh, the ears line right up there, that this helmet was not big enough to fit on there. So I think they might have stretched the model or something. And that's what gave us that weird looking, you know, it just looks strange. I don't know how to describe it. I don't even know if the eyes even line up with the eyes or not. But it just looks weird. Anyway, so he'll eventually have a helmet like this, but bigger. And I think that will look way cooler. Give us the throwback we're used to seeing. So why am I excited about taking this head off? Because I am working on, where did I put it? I must have left it in the other room, of taking and making this into a battle lion. And so I'm going to make a battle lion head for him that can go on here. Now, battle lion is King Grayskull's steed, and it's much bigger than Battle Cat. So I'm going to make that head a little bit bigger, just a big old battle lion. And then make the armor and the pieces right here that are supposed to have, just like the 2000X. And of course, the smaller helmet that goes on to Battle Lion's head. And I'm pretty excited about all that. So mine's going to become Battle Lion when I'm done. And I think that'd be really cool. Now I'm going to have to do a dark green wash on it. I may take some acetone and clean off all this paint. And then after all the paint's cleaned off, get a dark green dye and just dye the whole entire figure dark green. That way then it will look more like Battle Lion. So that's my plans. Yes, there are two different trap jaws in the Origins line with the arm feature. You are right. There's one where the arm doesn't come off, and there's one where the arm does come off. Yep, that is correct. And they made it so you can see it on the arm, the way it connects, the way it moves. Luckily, I have the one that is the cooler one. Let's see if I can find him in my pile of figures. There he is. And I believe the way you can tell is if it has a gap here or not in the articulation point. So you can see that this actually goes straight in. And all the other figures, on the other, you can see on the other side it goes down, and this goes straight in. So the other arm doesn't have this articulation right here. And I don't know if it's actually removable or not, but I think I heard it was not. But it is different. It doesn't have the articulation point right there. So... and I lost his, there it is. That is so cool. That's what I have to do. I have to sell more of these to people that need them, because I have all those cool trap jaw weapons that I have not finished doing it. Let me take a look here at my pile of trap jaw. See, look at this mess I got going on here. So I went and got a bunch of extra strings and pieces from the Classics web stores. And I have all these pieces that I have almost ready to sell that I haven't done. The fly swatter, this thing here. And then these, I bought a bunch of these from Shapeways. And what it is you hook this through there and then you can roll it up and down. But I couldn't print these myself, so I had to buy them on Shapeways, and it costed me a pretty penny for them. But I went and bought a whole pile of them so I can actually sell a set together. So you can get the rocket launcher, the fly swatter, and the cool laser bow, and the winch. Actually, I think I have a winch that's actually already put together. Oh, I do. Here we go. It's kind of all tangled up, but it's a cool feature. When it's not tangled. Wow. That really got tangled. Let's see if we can't get this untangled, because it's a one-piece unit, so I really can't take it apart. That's what I get for tossing all my figures in a box under my desk. There we go. And see, you can kind of see how the cool winch works. Oh, it's hooking onto my paper plate there. Now, I only got a couple of these that I'm going to actually sell with the hooks. The rest you're going to have to do without the hooks. Actually, I only got a handful of these I'm actually selling like this. They'll be on eBay eventually. So I'll be selling the sets of 4 with the winch. I'll be selling a couple with just the winch by itself. And then, of course, I'll be selling pre-orders of sets of 3, which are also my Shapeways. And my battery's already dying, so I'm going to have to end this video stream soon. Let's take a look at more of your guys' comments before I dive into other stuff. I wonder if Webster is related to Too Bad. That's a good question. And if he is, which half of Too Bad is he related to? Let's see. Mattel didn't bother painting his eyebrows. That is cool that Webster's going to have his vintage feature. I may have to use those parts to refix my classics. Yep, Jeff, just keep looking for my... well, just subscribe to my videos like you are, and eventually I'll have a video telling you when they're for sale. So Stefan, that is a great question about what types of software and scanner do you use to scan your objects in. I have a brand new channel I'm working on. So far there's no videos on it, and it's called Todd's Tech Tips, and I'll have a link to it eventually here, where I'm going to talk a lot about 3D printing, office products, and scanning and things like that, all computer stuff. So if you guys want to check that out, I have like 4 or 5 different channels. This is just one of them. So eventually I'll start posting my other channels, so those that want to see my other stuff can see it too. Yeah, I don't know what happened to that helmet. That is just... Please tell me the 4 Horsemen did not design this. There's no way that they made this look like that. It's just awful. Even the design of this coming up like that. I mean, I get it. It's kind of like a shield, but it just does not look very good. All right, but one thing I do like is I do like the way they painted the saddle right here. So I'm not a total hater. I do like the way they painted the saddle. I mean, it would have been nice if it went up a little bit, but I don't know where they would stop it eventually. But that is cool. All right. Well, since my battery's dying, I'm going to let you guys go. Just look for my auctions coming up soon for the trap jaw parts. Let me know if you guys want them or not. Oh yeah, the pads are cool on the bottom. I don't know if you guys seen that or not. Purdue. And he has claws too. You know, like we did not see that with the Origins. We didn't see any claws. He does have the paws on the bottom, but no claws in the front there. And then of course we have our classics. He's got the paws and the claws, but the claws are not as sharp as these ones here. All right. Man, my desk is a disaster. All right. Cyclone was cool. Cyclone is cool. All right, you guys. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, tell your friends, share the videos around, and let's get this channel booming. And I thank you guys for your support. And for all those who have bought stuff for me recently, thank you so much. You've been supporting this channel by buying the helmets and bidding on my auctions and stuff. So thanks for doing that. Let's see. What does Battle Cat eat? He eats trollians. So, you know, that's why there's only one left in Eternia, because he ate all the rest. So, there you go. All right. Hey, Richard, no problem. All right, you guys. I will talk to you next video.